5-year-olds and younger. Non-winners of a race lifetime going for a purse of $1,000. In behind the gate for the first, Elm Grove Deputy, Phil Reed drives. Amon Iman and Paul Bro, then Ultimate Success, first-time starter for Gilles Barrio from 3. Then Run Them Down and Steve Downey from 4. Billy and Bud, Charlie Miles, and Pensacola Sioux, Lonnie Stokes, I Wish, Mark Haig, and the outside, Mackenzie Kate, Kim Cameron. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Amon Iman looking for the lead on the outside, firing out of there. Let's Run Them Down, and Run Them Down quickly grabs the top now as they move towards the opening 8th, and Amon Iman is racing second. Elm Grove Deputy racing third. Then on the outside, Pensacola Sioux parked now and driving on from 4th. Then racing 5th, Billy and Bud. Then the first-time starter, Ultimate Success, looks at it from 6th. And rolling off stride, that's Pensacola Sioux back pacing. Then our 2 trailers are I Wish, Mackenzie Kate. And then we're by that opening quarter 30. And the 2 fists up front, Run Them Down. And Steve Downey leads by 2. Amon Iman in the 2-hole trip second, Run Them Down on the outside. Then Elm Grove Deputy 4th. Here comes Billy and Bud out to move now from 5th. That'll give cover to Ultimate Success from 6th. Then the 2 trailers, I Wish, and Mackenzie Kate as they're halfway home and Run Them Down. The 2-year-old daughter of Largo takes them halfway home. 101 and 3 around the turn they go. Run Them Down on top. Then on the outside, Pensacola Sioux. A bit rough again, now taking over second, Amon Iman. On the outside, Pensacola Sioux, then Billy and Bud. Up the inside, Elm Grove Deputy. Then Ultimate Success from 6th. 7th is I Wish, and trailing the field is at the back, Mackenzie Kate, and it's all Run Them Down by the 3/4, 133 and 3 around the turn. Run Them Down. The battle right now is for second, and way outside, that's Ultimate Success rolling on, and a 3-wide move for the Colt now driving up from 3rd as they swim off the turn for home. It's all Run Them Down. Ultimate Success on the outside has come to second and is closing fast. Run Them Down. Ultimate Success gets the deuce, and Pensacola Sioux gets 3rd. And the time for the mile for Run Them Down, 2:04 and 4. And it's a maiden record for Run Them Down here in the first for the Downey Stables and driver Steve Downey. Maiden voyage, 2:04 and 4. Reading back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 1, a maiden record for 4. Run Them Down, a 2-year-old daughter of Largo out of the Happy Paysack mare. First Paysack, home of the Downey Stable. Steve Downey trains and drives a 2-year-old filly, and it's a maiden record today for the filly. A mile 2:04 and 4. 2:04 and 4. Maiden record for Run Them Down and Steve Downey here in race number 1. And the starters settling in for race number 2. Field of 8. Here again in the second race. Second part of your daily double. Good luck if you got some double tickets going with our first half. Big Shot Al and Mark Haig. Then Island Power, Todd Trites. Smooth Sammy G and Mark Campbell. Maho Bay, Lonnie Stokes. Color Me Gone, Steve Trites. Valid Appeal and Charlie Price. Georgetown, Steve Downey, Miramichi Gouch, and Gilles Barrio. Field of 8, race 2, here they come. They're off and pacing. Island Power, Maho Bay on the outside. fires out of there as they race into the turn. And they're 3 wide around the turn on the inside. That's Big Shot Al leaving well for Haig, and he's got the lead here to the opening 8th. Then Trites on the outside parked with Island Power. Big Shot Al, and Haig's going to play some hardball here, and he's got the lead. Then Island Power will look for a spot and gets in now. Then Maho Bay not so fortunate, and he's parked on the outside 3rd. Racing 4th right there, Smooth Sammy G, and the newcomer Valid Appeal on the outside 30 2/4. Then Miramichi Gouch comes out to move. Then the 2 trailers are now Color Me Gone, who is getting shuffled back, and Georgetown will move. That's 4 in and 4 out to the opening half. And your leader up top and cutting it is Big Shot Al. Looking to go wire to wire here. Then on the outside is Maho Bay. Then racing 3rd, Island Power. Outside 4th is Valid Appeal. They're at the half in a minute and a 2/5. And Miramichi Gouch has come to 5th on the outside. Then inside, Smooth Sammy G. Georgetown, and your trailer is Color Me Gone. On to the 3/4 they go. And your leader, Big Shot Al. Then racing 2nd, Maho Bay, Valid Appeal. And right behind him, watch Miramichi Gouch. Barrio is all kinds of horse and waiting to use him from 4th. And now tipping out wide as Valid Appeal starts to tire, and Miramichi Gouch 3 wide. And now 3rd, 131 and 4, Big Shot Al. Miramichi Gouch on the outside had to make that 3 wide move with an 1/8 to go. Big Shot Al, Miramichi Gouch on the outside looking to wear them down in the stretch, and Miramichi Gouch, Big Shot Al neck and neck, and it's Big Shot Al winning it. Wire to wire, Miramichi Gouch, and then Maho Bay 3rd. The time for the mile, 2:02 and 2. 2:02 and 2, and Big Shot Al. Maiden record back-to-back races here today. Maiden mark 2:02 and 2. And back to the winner's circle. Winner of race number 2, number 1, Big Shot Al, a 4-year-old son of race in Hanover. Out of the Broadway Blue Mare, Kendall Scarlet, owned by Trish Moran. Trained by John Davidson and Mark Haig in the driver's seat. Big Shot Al scores a maiden record today as the 4-year-old gets his first ever win, and the mile 2:02 and 2. And again, congratulations to the winner, Big Shot Al, on a maiden record. 2:02 and 2, back-to-back races. And the starters for our 3rd race. Behind the gate, we have Jacob, and he's got the inside. And driver Todd Trites. Then J.K. Shadow and Mark Haig. Daya Harlaka and Jill Barrio. Then Bandit Colleen, Gord Hennessy. Ocean Pacific, Rick Armstrong, and outside Shady Martin, Wayne Hubbard. Field of 6, race number 3. Claiming Pacers, and here they come. They're off, and a good start as expected from Jacob. And Trite sitting right up on the pacer today. Then Daya Harlaka on the outside gets away racing in 2nd and will ride right in the 2-hole. Then back in 3rd, J.K. Shadow as they hit the opening 8th, and Bandit Colleen is racing 4th. Then racing 5th, Ocean Pacific, and trailing up the backside, Shady Martin, and Jacob has the lead. And the field tightening up here, Jacob leading a 1/8 and a 1/4. Daya Harlak is up tight. Then J.K. Shadow is right there 3rd, and maybe making a move as they were by that opening quarter 30-3. It's Jacob leading, then Dia Harlaka in the two-hole trip. Outside, driving third, Ocean Pacific on the outside into it early here, and he's driving up third. Then racing fourth and getting caught in J.K. Shadow. Then Bandit Colleen out to move, and Shady Martin trails the field on way to the half. And Trites has Jacob on the front end here, and he's on top by the opening half, 102 and 4, 32 and 1 in that second quarter, and Jacob has the lead, getting it his way. Then on the outside, Ocean Pacific second. Inside, Dia Harlaka racing in third. Then Bandit Colleen fourth. The pace quickens here. Then back in fifth, J.K. Shadow and Shady Martin just not into it today, and he trails the field onto the three quarters. Jacob, then Ocean Pacific tries to wear him down, and the tempo is picked up big time here by the three quarters, 1:32 and 3 around the turn, 30 seconds in that third quarter, and it's Jacob on top, Ocean Pacific, and he went the tough trip last week and still beat them down the lane. Jacob, Ocean Pacific on the outside, no room for Dia Harlaka, deep stretch on the outside. Ocean Pacific is gonna nail it, it looks like, at the wire over Jacob, and they were too tight to call, and maybe the advantage to the outside horse, Ocean Pacific. And the time for the mile, 2:03 and 2, and it maybe looks like the 5 Ocean Pacific. Picture time. And back to the winner's circle, winner of race number 3. Number 5, Ocean Pacific. Ocean Pacific is a 6-year-old son of Jenna's Beach Boy out of the goalie Jeff Mayer. Designing Darrow, owned by Mel Blanchard. Mel does the training. Rick Armstrong in the driver's seat for the catch drive, and a nice hard-fought victory for the Pacer. First up, brave move early on, and he came on in the home stretch to get up to beat Jacob just at the wire, just nipping him in a close photo. And that back half in a minute and change. And Ocean Pacific doing it the hard way on the outside and gets the victory in deep stretch. The mile 2:03 and 2. Ocean Pacific now 6 wins on the season, and with the win that'll take him over $4,000 in a seasonal earnings. So congratulations, Ocean Pacific. Stutters for the 4th race. Behind the gate, a field of 8 moving in. The Boss Daughter and Rick Armstrong. Diamond Hard, Chris Davies. Escape Plan, Phil Reed. No Ordinary Lady, and Todd Trites. Red Boots, Lonnie Stokes. Twin B Intrepid and Charlie Price. Goodnight Renee, Gilles Barrio, and then outside Bold Ryan, Mark Haig. 8 across again here in race 4. Here they come. Off and pacing, good start from Escape Plan. Busting out for the lead, then Twin B Intrepid on the outside. Gets away racing in second around the turn. Then racing third, way wide, but on the inside holding third right now is No Ordinary Lady. That's Bold Ryan on the outside driving up. He's now third and now second. Out from second, there goes Twin B Intrepid. Look to have a hole, and Price is back out for the drive as they race 3 wide past that opening quarter. And your leader is Escape Plan, 30 and 2. And then on the outside, Twin B Intrepid, Bold Ryan takes back now, racing in third, then racing fourth, No Ordinary Lady. Then we're back to the Boss Daughter, back in a fifth. Then on the move on the outside, here comes Stokes, and he's driving up with Red Boots. Then the 2 trailers, Goodnight Renee, and trailing the field halfway home, Diamond Hard, and Bold Ryan back out again as they approach the half, and it's Escape Plan. Outside, Bold Ryan second, then Twin B Intrepid, he's back to the inside again. Then outside, No Ordinary Lady now comes to fourth. They were by the half in 101 and 4. Then way wide, there goes Red Boots on the outside, tipping wide from 5th and going on. Then between them, the Boss Daughter, Good Night Renee, is going to try it from 7th, and they're a bunch field. Bold Ryan now has grabbed the lead. Then No Ordinary Lady on the outside, 3/4 in 133 and 4. Bold Ryan, and he's had a roughed up trip, but he still shows on top. Outside, No Ordinary Lady. Then Red Boots, Good Night Renee comes to 4th on the outside, and 8th to go, and it's Bold Ryan on the outside. No Ordinary Lady coming to him, and No Ordinary Lady going on by here, and she's going to win it for Trites. Bold Ryan, and what a brave trip he went. And in for 3rd, Red Boots, and the time for the mile, 2:04 and 4. And your attention. And parading back now, the winner of race 4, number 4, No Ordinary Lady. 3-year-old daughter of Intrepid Sealster out of the Big Towner mare, Tumba Town. All by Norm Legier and Alan Jones. Alan does the training. Todd Trites with his 147th victory of the season. And he's approaching 150 wins on the season in 2008, having an outstanding year. And he's got 147 now with his victory with No Ordinary Lady. Again, on race 5. And here we have Cushla McCree and Todd Trites. Just a reminder, Jeff Lewis. Talking about my boy and Joe Barrio. Then Lewistown, Gord Hennessy. Select Timber and Phil Reed. Then Port Hill Digger, Ross Galbraith. Wilson's Cam, Mark Campbell, and outside Bat Boy, Bernard McCollum, a field of 8. Race 5, and here they come. They're off and pacing as expected. A quick start from the inside post. And Cushla McCree, she loves to be off the front end, and she's got the lead here around the first turn. Then racing second up the inside. Just a reminder, and he likes to sit up close, and he's going to get a nice trip here in the 2-hole. Then racing back in third, talking about my boy up the backstretch. Then Lewistown has 4th. Racing 5th, Select Timber. Then on the outside, Wilson's Cam has 6th. Then taking back today, Port Hill Digger. He is 7th and trailing the field, Bat Boy. And then we're by that opening quarter in 30 and 1. 30 and 1/5, Cushla McCree. Then second, just a reminder, 2 lengths back. Then another 2 to talking about my boy. Here comes Lewistown on the outside. First up from 4th, Wilson's Cam still on the outside tracking it. And he's now 5th. And Select Timber. Out to move comes Bat Boy and trailing Port Hill Digger as they arrive halfway home. Cushla McCree making her own destiny here, and she's on top at every marker so far at the half in 1 minute and 2/5. Cushla McCree. Then racing second is just a reminder, outside third, Lewistown. Then Wilson's Cam waiting to tip from 4th. Inside, talking about my boy, no racing room for him as they drive on to the 3/4. Then outside Bat Boy comes to 6th, Select Timber 7th, and Port Hill Digger 8th, Cushla McCree. On cruise control here, 131 and 1, Cushla McCree out by about 4. Then Wilson's Cam on the outside, and he's been out all the way, and he's now racing to second. Then just a reminder, third, talking about my boy, gets some real estate to move with now. He's out from 4th, deep stretch. Cushla McCree, and Trites is going to get back-to-back winners here, and he wins it. In for second was Wilson's Cam. Just a reminder, third, ahead of Talking About My Boy, rounding out the top 4. Time for the mile, 2:01 and 4. And the Stunners 4-hour 6 race behind the gate. And they're approaching the top of the stretch. Woodmere, Quick Peak, and Todd Trites. Island Eagle and Darren Crow. OB Viking, Danny Romo. Our East Queen Virginia, Steve Downey. Jarwa, Wayne Hubbard. And the outside 6, Magnetic Banca. Gilberto, a field of 6. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and a good start inside Woodmere Quick Peak. Looking to get a good start on the inside. Our East Queen Virginia, and she's fired up on the outside early on here and is second. Then inside OB Viking now takes over second. Then our East Queen Virginia on the outside third. Jarwa's parked, and he's going to have to force the issue now, and he now takes over third. Our East Queen Virginia, then Magnetic Banca, and trailing the field past the opening quarter. That's Island Eagle and Trites looking for his third straight win on the program, and he's up there 28-2 with Woodmere Quick Peak. Then Jarwa getting parked on the outside. OB Viking is racing third. Our East Queen Virginia. Here comes Island Eagle on the outside, and he's moving now to fifth. Magnetic Banca will trail halfway home, led by Woodmere Quick Peak. And Trites has him where he loves to be, right on top. And they were halfway home in 58-4, a 30-2 second quarter. And your leader, Woodmere Quick Peak. Then right now, second, OB Viking. Jarwa third. Island Eagle getting set to tip 3 wide from fourth. And there he goes. Island Eagle quickly. Now third. Now second. And giving chase to the leader. On to the 3/4 they go. Woodmere Quick Peak. Then on the outside, Island Eagle, OB Viking. Magnetic Banca, our East Queen Virginia. And Jarwa is trailing now the 3/4, 1:30-1. Woodmere Quick Peak, Island Eagle. Here comes Magnetic Banca tipping out 3 wide. OB Viking is still there, an 1/8 of a mile to go. Woodmere Quick Peak, Island Eagle on the outside. Magnetic Banca on the far outside. OB Viking is still there in between them, but it's going to be Woodmere Quick Peak. And Trites has got his triple. And he's 1 away from 150 on the year. 149 winners now for Trites. And he wins here. Woodmere Quick Peak. And the mile, 159-4. And a natural driving triple for Trites. 3 in a row. Sam Hodgen, call the judges stand, please. Sam Hodgen, call the judges stand, please. And parading back now, your winner of race number 6. Number 1, Woodmere Quick Peak. He's a 7-year-old son of drop-off. Out of the Springfield mare, Tabletop Dancer. Owned by Dave Frazier and Alan Jones. Alan does the training of the veteran pacer. Todd Trites win 149 of the season for driver Todd Trites. And for Woodmere Quick Peak, 12 wins on the campaign for the veteran pacer. And another outstanding season for Woodmere Quick Peak. And how about Trites, just 1 win away from 150. And the way he's going, we could see that very shortly. So again, congratulations to Todd. Looking for a milestone 150th winner of the season. It's the most wins he's ever had in the Maritimes. Rachel Down and Phil Reed, here they come. Off and pacing, and a good start From the inside going for it, that's Arcane Chris. And Gordy Hennessy fights for early advantage around the first turn. Then Woodmere Camilla gets away racing in second. And Barrio wants the front here. And he's up to take the lead now from Arcane Chris, who gets away second. Fernhill Treasure got away nice. And Stephen Trites has her tucked away in the 3-hole as they make their way to the opening quarter. Then gapped out a lot of force in fourth. Then racing fifth as they move past the opening quarter. That's Camco quickly. Then it's Fernhill Tempest from sixth. Then racing seventh, Rachel down. Two trailers are Western Queen. And trailing the field, that's Mark Campbell and Keys Image. An opening quarter up in a 29-1 off the turn through the stretch, racing to the half-mile point. Led by Woodmere Camilla, length and a half. Then in the pocket is Arcane Chris. Fernhill Treasure still right there. Then out from fourth, there goes a lot of force. They were halfway home. 59-4, Woodmere Camilla on top. Then racing second is Arcane Chris. Outside driving is a lot of force coming to third. Fernhill Treasure is racing fourth. Off stride, that goes Camco quickly onto the 3/4. And your leader up top is Woodmere Camilla. Then racing second, Arcane Chris. Fernhill Treasure back to third. Then up the inside, Fernhill Tempest now comes to fourth. A lot of force starts to let go. In fifth, they were by the 3/4. In 1:31-1 and going off stride, Arcane Chris. That leaves Woodmere Camilla with a 3-length lead. Fernhill Treasure is now racing second through the home stretch, and Fernhill Treasure is going to go right on by here in the lane. Fernhill Treasure takes our B-stake, and the big strapping filly gets across the line ahead of Woodmere Camilla. Fernhill Tempest grabs the show money. And the time for the mile, 2:02, and it's Fernhill Treasure in an upset, 13-1 long shot. And parading back now, the winner of race number 7. And how about a 13-1 long shot in our B division? And it's Fernhill Treasure, a daughter of Western Paradise. Out of the quick comeback mare, Davida, owned by Gary Wright, trained by Gary Wright. Stephen Trites picks up the catch drive, and he put the mare in perfect striking position today. And she gets up in the lane to overtake Woodmere Camilla through the stretch. And it's Trites, Stephen Trites this time. And the mile, 2:02. Stutters for the 8th, moving in, $2,000 claiming pacers with allowances, field of 8. Lucky Northern Star, Chris Davies, Melody's Boy, and Darren Crow. Then we have We'll See Our Dolly Dance and Rick Armstrong. Longworth Legacy, Gilles Barrio. Lucky Northern Stars on a break before the start. Dusty Lane Oscar, Todd Trites, Freestone Lexi, Lonnie Stokes. Then Golden Days, Mark Campbell, Consider Me Lucky, Mark Haig. And away they go. On the inside, Melody's Boy takes him out of there and has the lead. Melody's Boy around the turn. We'll see our Dolly Dance got away racing in second. Dusty Lane Oscar on the outside, and he's looking for a spot at the cones. Nothing there for him, and Trites is going to have to drive on here. To the opening quarter they go, and up front and cutting it out, Melody's Boy, Dusty Lane Oscar on the outside. We'll see our Dolly Dance on the inside, racing in a third. Then racing fourth, Longworth Legacy. Then it's back to Freestone Lexi around the turn. Then the trailers are Golden Days sitting back in sixth. 7th is Consider Me Lucky, and far back, Lucky Northern Star, 29 seconds. That opening quarter led by Melody's Boy on the front end and looking to go all the way here, and he's on top by 2. Dusty Lane Oscar is racing second. Then we'll see our Dolly Dance Freestone Lexi on the outside, and she's won her last 2 and looking for 3 in a row. She's out and moving. They were by the half, a quick 59-1, Melody's Boy. Then Uptight racing second, Dusty Lane Oscar, as the plugs are out now on Melody's Boy, and Crow goes to work on him. Then Dusty Lane Oscar, what a nice trip he's got in the 2-hole, and Trites is going to take him out now and give chase. 3/4, and they're neck and neck. Dusty Lane Oscar going right on by, 130. And a 2-fist, Dusty Lane Oscar, and wow, he is moving away here, and Rockin' Todd, this could be win 150 for him as they come off the turn. Dusty Lane Oscar all by himself, and Freestone Lexi, she gets home good, but can she catch Oscar in deep stretch? Dusty Lane Oscar and Trites, 150 wins for driver Todd Trites, and a nice milestone for him in a career season for Tritesy. And the mile for Dusty Lane Oscar, 2:01 and 2. And your winner, Dusty Lane Oscar. And back with his 4th win from his last 5 drives, driver Todd Trites. Aboard number 5, Dusty Lane Oscar. He's a 4-year-old son of Pans to Reason out of the What a Monster mare, Dusty Lane Lynn, owned by Sandra Deveran, trained by Earl Fram. Todd Trites in the driver's seat. And for Todd, a milestone of sorts for him this afternoon, 150 wins in the Maritime so far for Todd. Congratulations. And he's got 4 wins this afternoon, and that takes him to 150 on the season, and a personal milestone, I know, for Todd. And he's hit it here with Dusty Lane Oscar in 2:01 and 2. Congratulations. And the starters for the 9th race behind the gate. And approaching top of the stretch, $1 Million Down and Steve Downey. West Gem Princess, Jill Burial, then Oh My Beautiful Doll, Mark Campbell, Lucky Alberta, Lonnie Stokes, Always Jarwa, Wayne Hubbard, Impish Arts, Stephen Trites, Camco Miranda, Darren Crow, outside 8, Putnam's Jewel and Todd Trites. 8 across, here they come. They're off and pacing. Quick start. Lucky Alberta zinging out of there and looking for the lead off stride. That's Always Jarwa. Made a break after the start. And meanwhile, up front action has your leader, $1 Million Down on the front end. Lucky Alberta is racing second. Then West Gem Princess got away in 4th. Then racing 5th is Camco Miranda. Then on the outside, driving up to 5th and going on. That is to the outside going up. That's Trites, Stephen Trites this time, and he's in the hunt early on here, and he's got Impishart in the outside now, 4th. Camco Miranda 5th, that opening quarter, 29 and 2. Then it's Oh My Beautiful Doll, Putnam's Jewel, and Always Jarwa. Made a couple breaks and trails the field. 3/8 of the mile in, led by $1 Million Down. He'll be tough to beat off the front. Lucky Alberta racing second. Then on the outside, Impish Art, they're side by side. Then racing Camco Miranda outside 4th, West Gem Princess. Then Oh My Beautiful Doll, Putnam's Jewel, Always Jarwa. They were halfway home in 1 minute and 2 fifths. Round the turn, on way to the 5/8, led by $1 Million Down. Then Lucky Alberta back to second on the inside. Then outside 3rd, starting to tire Impish Art West Gem Princess goes up the inside, and she now takes over third, and Camco Miranda has gone to a break in the backfield. And that leaves $1 Million down all alone here. And Steve Downey looking for his second win on the program. And well in hand, 3/4, 1:30.4. Around the turn, $1 Million down. Lucky Alberta, West Gem Princess, Putnam's Jewel fourth. And it's all $1 Million down the home stretch. $1 Million down. You can turn your page to the next race, as this one is over. $1 Million down, an overpowering win here over Lucky Alberta. West Gem Princess fills out the top trio, and the time for the mile, 2 minutes and 3/5. $1 Million down. And back to the winner's circle with his second driving win of the afternoon, Steve Downey. And he pilots $1 Million down to victory here. And he's the son of $1 Million Cam out of the known Ooks mare, Godiva Hanover, owned by the Downey Stables. Trained and driven by Steve Downey. And Steve gets 2 wins on today's program. So congratulations, $1 Million down. Scores a victory today, 2 minutes and 3/5. 2 minutes, 3/5, it's $1 Million down. First day stake, 3-year-old fillies. Top of the stretch, Tobin's Paradise and Todd Trites, Cruising Hillary and Mark Campbell. What a Girl and Harold Shepard. Island Impeccable, Gilles Barrio, Beau Drop and Danny Romo. Island Idol, Gord Hennessy. Hermie One Banka and Bernard McCullum, and Droppin' Nutmeg and Darren Crow. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start on the inside. Tobin's Paradise looking for it. Island Impeccable on the outside. On the outside going for it as they round the turn neck and neck. Tobin's Paradise. Outside Island Impeccable. Parked and driving second. Then right there third. Up the backside is Cruising Hillary. Then Hermie One Banka gets in racing fourth. On the outside, parked and driving, that's Drop of Nutmeg. Then to the inside, What a Girl sits early back in a sixth. Then seventh to the outside, Island Idol. And trailing the field, that's Romo and Beau Drop by the quarter, and it's a quick one. 28-4 on the board for Tobin's Paradise, out by 2. Tobin's Paradise, and on the outside, she's getting company early here. Drop of Nutmeg comes up to call. Then Island Impeccable enjoying a nice trip in the 3-hole. Then nestled up fourth, that's Cruising Hillary. On the outside, Island Idol comes to fifth. Hermie One Banka is sixth. Then the 2 trailers at the back are What a Girl, and still Beau Drop trails, and they were halfway home. 58-4 in Tobin's Paradise, moving right along here. Island Impeccable on the inside, now second, then racing third outside, and Drop of Nutmeg fades from third. Mark Campbell's going to get up nicely in the 3-hole now, and he's there with Cruising Hillary. They were by the 3/4. 129 moving right along here, and it's Tobin's Paradise. Then Island Impeccable, Cruising Hillary. Here comes Hermie One Banka on the outside, 3 wide, and Todd Trites going for 5 wins, and he has owned this afternoon of racing so far. 5 winners for Trites, and he clicks here with Tobin's Paradise in the first day stake, and a nice win. Gate to wire victory for Tobin's Paradise, and the time for the mile, 1:59 and 3. 1:59 and 3 victory, and it's Tobin's Paradise. And Trites 5 wins. And pretty now, the winner of race 10. And what an afternoon for driver Todd Trites. 5 wins on the afternoon. And this is biggest of the day so far. In the first day stake, Tobin's Paradise, a daughter of Western Paradise. Out of the Beastmaster mare, Country Look. Owned by the Ultimate Stable of Dieppe, trained by Sifwa Melanson. Todd Trites in the driver's seat. And Tobin's Paradise has had a great season. 8 wins now and 15 starts. And the win will put her close to $35,000 on the year. What an outstanding year. Tobin's Paradise and Todd Trites. In behind the gate with Lobster Tail and Beer and Jill Barrio. Front running, Rick Armstrong. Bert and Bert and Chris Davies. Nicole's Baby, Lonnie Stokes. PH Catman and Stephen Trites, Mag AM and Ricky Collins. Everybody Loves Raymond, Todd Trites. Salzbrook Dandy outside for Darren Crow. Field of 8, race 11, here they come. They're off and pacing, and a good start front running. Looking to go to the front here early, and he's got the lead around the turn. Then Bert and Bert on the outside gets away racing in second, and he's going for the lead front running. Then on the outside and off stride, Lobster Tail and Beer. And Barrio takes him into the safety lane, but Nicole's Baby goes to a break as well, so certainly some confusion caused there as they march up to the opening quarter, and Bert is taken over. Now racing second, front running, then back in third, PH Catman, and Trites. Did he ever angle in nicely there with Everybody Loves Raymond? In fourth, 30-3 opener. Then back in fifth, Mag AM. Then it's Salzbrook Dandy. Nicole's Baby is clear from the confusion. And Lobster Tail and Beer trails the field 3/8 of the mile in. And they're coming 3 wide in the back of the pack as Mag AM made a move, and so did Salzbrook Dandy. Up around Mag AM as they approach the half. And now PH Catman goes for the lead, and they're halfway home. PH Catman 102-4 around the turn. PH Catman, then Bert and Bert second. Salzbrook Dandy on the outside driving up third. Then racing fourth, front running. Then back in fifth, Everybody Loves Raymond. Then Mag AM. Back to the 2 trailers, Nicole's Baby. And out of this one is Lobster Tail and Beer. But it's PH Catman on top, and Trites, Stephen Trites this time, looks to get in the winner's circle. 132-1. All PH Catman, and is he walking away here? Leads by 5. Bert and Bert second on the outside, front running. Salzbrook Dandy fourth on the outside. Down the lane, it's all PH Catman. Bert and Bert coming on again with that late burst, but it's going to be PH Catman, and another dominating performance this time by Stephen Trites. And PH Catman, the 3-year-old, winning and taking the lead at the half and not looking back after that. And the time for the mile, 2:02, PH Catman and Stephen Trites. From the 8-horse and his driver Darren Crow against Ricky Collins, driving number 6, Mag AM, round the 3/8. Darren Crow on Ricky Collins. Darren Crow and Ricky Collins, both call the stand, please. And quite a day for the Trites brothers here this afternoon. 7 wins between them. Todd has 5, and Stephen's now back with his second win of the day with 5. PH Catman, a 3-year-old son of Mantorius out of the Cam's Card Shark mare. Call the Bluff, owned by Bob McNeil, John Laverick, Bob Trains, and Stephen Trites catch drives the pacer to victory today. And again, what a day for the Trites brothers. 7 wins in total from 11 races. Todd with 5 wins, 2 for Stephen so far. And they'll look to add to those totals coming up in the last 3 races. But Stutters for the 12th, top of the stretch, Jig Time Silencer, and Chris Davies. Pictonian Best West, Gilles Barrio. Don Bryn Master, Charlie Miles, Holiday Moon, and Jeff Lewis. Dillinger's Lady, Darren Crow, Rita Sealster, Todd Trites. UK Bluegrass, Lonnie Stokes, and outside Falcons Quick, Mark Haig. Here they come. They're off, no surprise. Jig Time Silencer is going to fire out of here and look for the lead. Then Pictonian Best West. Ducks in behind the leader now, racing second. On the outside third is Trites, and he gets Rita Sealster angled in to the third spot. Then up on the outside, UK Bluegrass is parked and driving on right now from fourth, Holiday Moon fifth. Then racing sixth, it's Don Bryn Master. And the two trailers, Dillinger's Lady and Falcons Quick, can see them all. And Davies is on the front end here. That opening quarter, 29 seconds. Up front and cutting it out, your leader, Jig Time Silencer. Now out by 3, Pictonian Best West is second. Then back in third on the inside. Rita Sealster, UK Bluegrass is still outside and racing fourth. Then fifth, Holiday Moon as they approach the half. Then Don Bryn Master as they approach the half. And Pictonian Best West has gone up the inside to take the lead as Jig Time Silencer bared out coming to the half. And they were by the half. 58-4, and Pictonian Best West came up the inside at the half to take the lead now and is out by 3.5, make it 4, and he is simply pacing away here. Jig Time Silencer second, then racing third, Rita Sealster, Holiday Moon, then Falcons Quick, Don Bryn Master, 3/4, 129, and Pictonian Best West out by himself here and make it about a 15-length lead. Then Jig Time Silencer, Rita Sealster, then Falcons Quick, Don Bryn Master, Holiday Moon is there, Dillinger's Lady, UK Bluegrass, but a romp here by Pictonian Best West, and he's out the length of a tote board and more as they finish up here, and it's all Pictonian Best West. We'll call it about a 15-length win, possibly more, over Jig Time Silencer and Falcons Quick. But again, the half-mile point, Barrio took the lead up the inside, and the time for the mile, 1:59.2. Pictonian Best West over 2 seconds off his lifetime mark, and he wins 1:59.2. On the post parade and back to victory lane number 2, Pictonian Best West, a 4-year-old son of Western Success out of the On the Road Again mare, Mood Music, all by Ray Frazier of Moncton, trained and driven by Gilles Barrio, and his career win 15 for Pictonian Best West. And how about this brand new lifetime mark for the pacer, 1:59.2. It takes over 3 seconds off his previous record. And what a trip, Pictonian Best West. And he romped a victory. Mile 1:59.2. And the Stutters for race 13 behind the gate, second A-stake, 3-year-old fillies, Shadow Cross a Rose and Todd Trites. Fernhill Thunder, Angelo Camilli. Port Hill Friendly, Darren Crow. Southview Spring, Mark Campbell. Woodmere No Fool, Gordy Hennessy. For the Love of Bunny and Danny Romo. Graylin Becky, Bernard McCullum. Emily J. Down, Gilles Barrio, and the trailers, Fun Day Anna. And driver, Stephen Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start for Southview Spring on the outside. Springing off the gate, and Campbell looking for the lead here. But Trites on the inside uses a rail to his full advantage with Shadow Cross a Rose and has the lead. Then on the outside, Southview Spring on the outside parked, and Campbell elects to take the 2-hole. Then Fun Day Anna gets a good start from the trailing spot, and she's nestled in now, racing third. Then Fernhill Thunder fourth. For the Love of Bunny 5th. Then Emily J. Down racing 6, Port Hill Friendly. Then Woodmere No Fool and trailing the field at the back, Graylin Becky. And they were by that opening quarter, 28-3. And Shadow Crosser Rose and Todd Treitz on top here and cutting the fractions. Then in the 2-hole, looking good as Southview Spring. Then the action starts to move, and here comes Romo for the Love of Bunny on the outside, advancing up now third, now second. Then now third inside Southview Spring, Emily J. Down second, over in fourth, and it's Fun Day Anna fifth. Woodmere No Fool, then Fern Hill Thunder. Then to the outside goes Graylin Becky, and trailing Port Hill Friendly. They were halfway home in 59-1, and Treitz on the front end here, looking for his 6th victory of the day, but he's got For the Love of Bunny on the outside, hitting hard second. Then Mark Campbell, what a nice trip he's got with Southview Spring. Watch for her if she can spring loose. Then Emily J. Down tips out 3 wide from 4th with 1/8 of a mile to go here, and your leader up top is Treitz still with Shadow Crosser Rose. Here comes Southview Spring out from second. They're in deep stretch. Shadow Crosser Rose, Southview Spring. They're getting tight down to the wire. They're tight. It's going to be Mark Campbell getting it at the wire, and he nails it here. Perfect pocket trip. Southview Spring over the 1, Shadow Crosser Rose, and then Fundiana picks up the show money here. Time for the mile. 158-4. 158-4, Southview Spring. And back to the winner's circle, winner of race 13. The 4th, Southview Spring, a Black Filly 3. By Force of Life out of the Albert mare, Southview Sabrina. Owned by Elwood Lawton, along with Arlene Harris and Tyler Shea. Trained by Charles McGee, Mark Campbell in the driver's seat. And Mark picking up his 75th victory here this season. And the mile in 158-4, Southview Spring. And with the win, she'll go to close to 30,000 in seasonal earnings. So another great year for Southview Spring. She's won her 5th from 10 starts and close to $30,000 now, just over that now with her win here in race 13. And the stutters for the 14th race. In behind the gate, All-American Dazzle, Todd Treitz. Ridiculous, Danny Romo. Materialism, and Darren Crow. Ryan's Fancy and Lonnie Stokes. Wild Cherry, Gilles Barrio. Kara's All-American and Mark Haig. Then Tigress Colleen, Gordy Hennessy. And Hurricane Island, Bernard McCullum. Field of 8, race 14. 8 across, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. Ryan's Fancy, Ridiculous getting out of there as well, looking for the lead. Then All-American Dazzle on the inside around the turn. And Ridiculous trying to get the lead away from All-American Dazzle on the inside. And Treitz is going to play some hard ball here. And he wants the lead back as they straighten into the backstretch. All-American Dazzle putting it to Ridiculous here. Then racing third, Ryan's Fancy, Materialism, Wild Cherry. Kara's All-American, then it's back to Hurricane Island, and trailing the field at the back, that's Tigress Colleen. They were up that opening quarter, 29-1, and Treitzy wanted the front here, and he's got it, but he's going to have pressure early, and here comes Ryan's Fancy first up. Ridiculous in the 2-hole, Ryan's Fancy now moving from third, then Materialism, Wild Cherry, and Barrio's got a nice trip for her second over, then Kara's All-American third over on the outside, then Hurricane Island, Materialism, and trailing Tigress Colleen halfway home In 59 and 2, All-American Dazzle. Racing second, Ryan's Fancy. Then Ridiculous getting a good trip, but will he get any room? Ryan's Fancy, Kara's All-American on the outside, tipping out wide and driving on. Wild Cherry is tipped out and is now second. Ryan's Fancy, then Wild Cherry. Kara's All-American is racing third by the 3/4. 129 and 3. Around the turn they go, and your leader Ryan's Fancy, then Wild Cherry. Kara's All-American on the outside, tipping out 3 wide for the drive home. Down the lane, and it's Wild Cherry, Ryan's Fancy, Kara's All-American. Down to the wire, Wild Cherry, Ryan's Fancy, Ryan's Fancy. Back on to win it, then Wild Cherry. Kara's All-American on the outside, finishing third. What a stretch drive. Time for the mile. 1:59 and 4. 1:59 and 4 here in race 14. Ryan's Fancy. And what a long shot. No wind sold on him. And back to the winner's circle now, the winner of race 14, number 4, Ryan's Fancy. Free-legged 6-year-old son of Liz Ryan of the Boone and Crockett mare, Rose is Rose. Owned by Charlie Bolin, Randy Phillips trains, Lonnie Stokes in the driver's seat. And the mile 1:59 and 4, and that matches his lifetime record. Equaling his lifetime record, Ryan's Fancy, 1:59 and 4.